Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Today, I wanted to get some feedback from you guys pertaining to the new world that we've all been talking about, that is to come, that is here. Talking about basically building the infrastructure for that new world in the physical. We see the manifestations of the new world going on in the virtual world, but not necessarily in the physical world, right? So I'm curious to find out how you guys are feeling. Like me, the internet is good and all, but I'm a person who I like interactions with people, with real people. You know, I love online, I love the comment section, but I'm desiring more. I love going to these events that people are throwing, these conscious events, and they're great, but I need more, right? With all of this online, like online is technically just a marketplace. There's no real sense of community. There's a whole bunch of information, a whole bunch of knowledge. People just all day searching different types of knowledge to bring to people, and just constantly giving people knowledge and information as a form of commerce. They're doing it just for the sake of business purposes. They're just scouring to see what they can come up with, dig up, and then give people constant new things that they have found, right? And I find that a lot of this stuff is just so scattered, and it's time for us to bring this thing back together and bring it into the physical world and use this knowledge and information to create the infrastructure, to create the cornerstone, right? For those of us who are woke, right, conscious, new agers, whatever the term you may wanna coin it, we are people who are living untraditional lives and unorthodox, and we are using different means and methods to create money, to create, to come together, and things like that. So I'm just pretty much sick and tired of information. The conscious community is just really, like I said, it's just all about commerce. I've gone to events where I see people regurgitating information that they said at their last lectures, and they advertise these new events like they're going to be something new. And for someone that's been around for quite some time, there's like nothing new happening inside of the circles. It's just the same people, right, running it, and the same people just selling new people the same information. It's just selling. And when I know a lot of us first came into this awakening in consciousness, it was by way of the movement of liberation for our people, right? We wanted liberation, and then we verged into all these different paths, which is totally fine, right? However, I'm calling for the conscious community, the woke community. Let's bring this thing back in. We talk about this unity thing, right? How come we can't come together? The truth of the matter is that we can come together. So today I'm putting forth a call for all the conscious leaders, right? All the conscious people, the people who are partakers in this conscious community, who, the ones who are probably the buyers on the other end of this conscious community. I'm calling forth all of you, challenging you to let's create something more than commerce, right? Because our people are dying. Our people are lacking knowledge, true knowledge and wisdom. Our people are lacking community. Our people are lacking leadership. Our people are lacking intimacy. The black man and black women are not coming together dating. But everywhere I go, I see interracial dating, you know what I mean? Or I see black men and black women single by themselves, So opposed to us just constantly giving people information so that they can raise themselves individually and what it appears to be is that, people are just turning into businessmen and turning pretty much into money grabbers, instead of you're just giving people information that helps them elevate themselves and give them money and prosperity. Yes, money and prosperity is good, but I'm here to tell you that community is greater than profit. Okay, we have to this whole get the bag mentality ain't it, because our people still dying. They get in the bag and then they fumbling, they losing, and they getting killed. They out there they could be making millions and millions of dollars, but then they're still losing that money to early deaths. You know what I mean? To just things that can be prevented had there been a structure within our community and had we had a community. Right now it just feels as if the woke community and Black America is just very, very scattered. Scattered throughout the United States. Scattered in our stance. So this video is a call to unity, right? A call to unity, a call to restoring our souls, restoring ourselves. So I don't quite have the full plan, and that's why I'm calling forth others who hear this message and maybe like, that's a good idea, that's something I've been thinking about. This is just a rough draft, right? And we can obviously fine tune it as we come together. But I have a vision for us, of us coming together, right? And building, like I said, the infrastructure of the new world. So basically, the new world would consist of a self-sustaining economy, right? An economy, or rather a community or a kingdom that does, in a sense, have a hierarchy, right? However, everyone within it is still equally important and everyone contribute. We want to bring our people together, and we want to be able to help them uncover what their gifts are, and then for them to be in their gifts within the kingdom. And in the kingdom, there's not one person that lives better than the next. We all, equally live a great life. We're not going to model the new world after this capitalistic system, which is a vampire system, which, makes people envy one another based on what people have. We want to obliterate that kind of mindset. Our kingdom and our world would be a place of equality, in the best sense of the word, right? Obviously, we're all not equal because we all have different gifts, but equal in the sense that no one lacks within the kingdom, and everybody is, everyone knows what their gifts is, and everybody works within the kingdom. So I want us to come together and be able to build cities, build communities, you know what I mean? Again, so this might look like us acquiring some kind of land, right? And obviously, the very first thing within that land that's going to be important is our spiritual center, right? A building place, right? If not a building place, a meeting place within a particular land, right? Where we can all gather together. Like we have churches here all throughout the world, but the churches now for the woke aren't feeding us. So it's time for the woke to now create the woke church, the woke world, right? So we need a church that caters an infrastructure, a meeting place that is all ours, that we have continuous meetings. Just how in the world they have a couple meetings during the week where they come together. The time that we in is calling for us to continuously gather together and not online. We need a sacred place where we can meet together where, it's sacred. Not everybody has access to it. So I want people who are interested in getting land, getting buildings, so that we can come together and have a place where our people can meet together on a continuous basis and get spiritually fed. Like right now in the conscious community, what's going on is people are constantly renting spaces for a couple hours and putting on shows and gathering money. And, you know, there's merchants out there selling their products, and then there's food and stuff like that. Then that's it. You go home and that's it. We need more, because we need our people to come together. Our people are hurting, they're dying, they're struggling, and they're lonely. So we need a true meeting place for those of us who have awakened and who practice spirituality, you know, and who were called to create the new world. We need this infrastructure. I know I can't be the only one that feels this way. You know what I mean? I can't be. The movies are out there. Leave the World Behind. All these movies, you know, that are signaling the time that we're in. So for those of you who have already made the steps to walk away from the matrix, you know, and who have desired to create something of their own, be entrepreneurs, or create, you know, people who just left the 9-to-5 and, you know, trying to create a balance for themselves, I encourage you to bring that mindset into the kingdom, into the world, where we're going to be inviting all of our people to come together, you know, and really creating a dynasty, a kingdom, you know, something of the likes. So I just really believe, like, definitely we need a meeting place. We need land and we need a meeting place. So then we can begin to resurrect our people, restore our people, and become whole again. We must unify. You know, we have to get out of this individual mindset, get in the bag mindset. Let us, you know, those of you who come to join with me, let us be the model and the blueprint for the world that is to come. Let us establish something together that then can be modeled in different cities and states and communities across this land, our land, America. And you know, let's have that modeled, something similar to what, like, the Nation of Islam did in its day. You know, it got different chapels all over. Something like who was it? The Moors, they got temples all over. They resurrect them. So it's like those were the power centers of those days. That was the prominent knowledge and wisdom of that day that created those structures. So now we are the new ages. We have new information. We're dealing in a different realm. We're dealing totally supernaturally, right? So it's time for us to build those temples, communities all around the country, bringing our people together, unifying them, resurrecting them, and continuing the work of our ancestors, you know, just in a different format, right? But it's nothing more than us just continuing their work, you know, because a lot of those places, I believe, they've lost power, you know, in a sense. Because when they started, they had the momentum and so powerful, but now they just, you know, pretty much places of tradition, and there's truly no power there. We have the torch now, and the power is with us. So it's time for us to carry that torch and create this new church in this new day and age, right? This new church for this new time. We must be the cornerstones, the frontiers, the pioneers of this new age, right? This new age, for sure. Let me see. There was something else that I wanted to say. Oh yeah, I just wanted to say, like, the importance of, like, you know, for those of us who no longer vibrating on the frequency that the world is on, like, the importance of church. Like, I remember growing up and going to church. It was a great time, you know, being a kid and going to church, you know, going to Sunday school, having other children to interact with. having little children meetups constantly, children's night, it was nice going to regular service, seeing the grown-ups come together. It was nice having communion, eating afterwards. We have to bring that back. All we're doing is sitting at home on these computers and on these phones, scrolling and going from one video to the next. We must come together. We need that cornerstone. We need that church. We need that. We need that building, that setup, that structure, so that we can thrive again. For those of us who are out of the frequency of the world, we need to be able to have communion and have togetherness. And I mean continuously, not on like I said, people throwing events, not on this, one day a year type of thing. No, we need continuous togetherness. Darkness is upon us. We have the power. We have the power to eradicate darkness, or at least bring balance and tilt the scales more in our favor. You know what I mean? So a place where, a place that will definitely be a beacon of light for the whole of the world, and a place with a powerful place where power will be emitted from. It's time for us to come together. The Bible talks about being gathered more than one together. We know the power of group meditations, group gatherings. So we need to come together and put our minds together to create prosperity, but also to create change all throughout the planet, because that is the gift that has been given to us, right? As priests and priestesses, right, of the earth. We have been given the ability to change things, and we need to step into that power wholeheartedly, and we could be so much more powerful together, us gathering together on one intention and one thought, right? Being in unity on one thought. And I'm telling you, the things that have taken people 50, 60 years to fight, and things that our ancestors and our people are still fighting for today, right? We will start to break shit down in a matter of hours, because that's the kind of power that we working with. So it's important for us to have a building, a meeting place where we can come to on a continuous basis together and begin to bring down these strongholds that are on this earth that are keeping people in bondage, right? That are keeping people in bondage. The world that I see to come is a world where, a world where no one's overworked. Everyone knows what their gifts are. Everybody is working within their gifts, and everybody's working a certain amount of hours a day. I'm talking about community. We working together, not apart. So it makes our work easier. And I'm not, there's so much that I want to say, but because I can see this vision, because, we do still have one foot in this world that we are destroying and breaking down, right? But we also are creating a new world. So I know that before I can probably get to that reality, that highest reality, we still have to deal and maneuver within this world. So at least the kind of changes that I would like to see within this world is where no one's lacking prosperity, no one's lacking work, right? Everyone has a certain amount of hours a day that they are granted to work, right? We talking about like 8, you could do 4 hours a day, enough so that everybody in every city has the ability to go to work and be earners, right? That's that, that phase of things when we're still in the world and we're working our way out of the world to get into the true new world, like trying to build a community where we don't have to work as much. We all take part in working, and we bring our finances together and begin to use more of our energy to build the world that we want to see. You know what I mean? And giving less of our energy to the world that we do not agree with, and the world that we are leaving behind. So we are working on pulling our energy away from this world. We're working on pulling ourselves out of it. And that's like a You know, that's like it's a gradual thing, you know, it's a piece by piece thing. You know what I mean? But perhaps once we come together, we can do it much quicker, obviously. But for now, we in it, and we still have to operate within it to a certain degree. So on that level, it's just us coming together, putting our money together, and you know, bringing some kind of alleviation and balance to our lives, because of the fact that we're doing teamwork and we're not doing individual work. Teamwork makes the dream work, and teamwork allows for you to get things done faster. You know, you get things done faster with less energy and less effort. You know what I mean? And you know, let's leave this world behind. Get rid of the stress of this world. All of it's just sucking our energy, sucking us dry. We need to come together, put our resources together, so we ain't got to be doing so much out there in their world, giving them all of our energy. We want to take back our creative energy. By coming together, we are able to do that. Being more happy, being more high vibrational, because it's less work on one person. Okay? So that's like my vision, you know. And obviously, if anybody has any ideas, you're free and welcome to put them in the comment section. And if you're interested in what I'm talking about, let's do these things now, not later. You know what I mean? Time waits for no man. So let's get active. Let's get active. You know what I mean? If this is something that you know you have been wanting, and I'm presenting the idea to you, then don't hesitate. Don't get fidgety. Oh, should I do this? Should I do that? No. You've been asking for it, calling for it. If I set forfeit, now hit me up and let's make the magic happen. You know what I mean? Because we can't just continue to sit back and complain about what is going on in this world when we have the power to change and create the new world. The new world is waiting on us. It's waiting on us. So like I said, let's activate. Let's get active and get busy and be a model for the world. Let's be a beacon of light. So with that being said, I hope I was clear always, because I'm not quite the communicator, you know, because I've been quite quiet for so many years. I've been just taking in information, and I've been under the tutelage of higher forces, right? Also where I've had a mandate to be silent. But I finally gotten a mandate to where I can speak. So you can imagine being in solitude and segregation for, shoot, I don't know, maybe 12 years. Yeah, you know, a very long time. Learning things, you know, being a student and just listening, you know, just listening and taking in things and practicing solo and dolo. So with time, you know, as you guys stay with me on this channel, I'm sure my communication will get better, but just bear with me, because it's been a long time since I really talk. Only time I really ever talk is like out of passion. I talk during passion. Other than that, I'm a very silent person. But or I have been a very silent person, but now it's time to talk, right? It's time to use this throat chakra of mine. It's time to use it, because we got work to do. We got work to do. So with that being said, I look forward to hearing from you guys. My email is inside of the description of my channel. I don't know if it's in the description box, but I know, like, if you hit my channel button, it tells you my description. I have my email in there. In case you can't find it, my email is florida1321@gmail.com. Once again, that's florida1321@gmail.com. So just hit me up, and just put let me see, what can you put in the subject title? New World. You can put in New World, right? So I know who it is, you know. And let's begin there. All right, talk to you soon.